Hello, this is Stephen Childs, founder of the Church of Fairness. So, who would have thunk that I would be practicing the turn the other cheek forgiveness technique? It always that makes no sense. That's what caused me all the problems. Is I grew up in this Christian religion that's trained me to be a doormat for everyone. And I suppose I was a doormat if I was not stopping others from doing me wrong somehow. See, that's the key. You have to have some way to stop them. And you'll find out you cannot stop them yourself. They keep doing you wrong again and again. And so the teaching of Christ, when he was someone else, Jesus, was to just keep turning your cheek, let him slap you again and again and again. So, what stops him? The wrath of God. They're fools. So, one thing leads to another. What goes around comes around. There are things going on here that we don't know about. Some people know about stuff that's hidden from me, but it's from surrendering to evil. So they can have a hidden world here that's a world generated, a simulation from what we have called Satan or the devil. And I was given a dream. They're aliens from somewhere else that have had control of planet Earth, because they got lost, trapped, and they had to control us to solve their problem. And there's a war against them from higher, more powerful beings that are on the side of humans that choose to stop doing others wrong and to care about one another, love one another. So this is the same story that was told to humans not just 2,000 years ago. My spirit friend told me 6,000 years ago when this particular teaching started happening. So this is coming from dream stuff. Years ago, I had a dream at a church, and I sit on, I wish I could remember all the details, but there's the wooden benches, and I find a place to sit, and then this attractive blonde girl sits by me, and her name's Stephen, and I'm Stephen, and it's like, what is this about? I wondered if it was like Carl Jung's anima stuff. So when you have a problem in your anima, you would see a female monster or whatever. And then if your anima's healed, then in a dream you'll be represented by a beautiful, or more importantly, a female that is on the side of goodness. See, that's more important than appearance. So, this morning I was thinking about that dream, and I hear a message telepathically, and it's like from a collective. And they say, like in unison, "We are Stephen." That's pretty crazy. So, Then there's this dream I had. It's about Santa Claus, relates to Satan. Oh, my fan came on the mushroom farm in the kitchen. I'm growing lion's mane mushrooms. And I have a humidistat, so it turns on or off according to the humidity. You can set it the range you want, like from 80 to 90% or whatever. And so it can switch more than just the ultrasonic mister. I also have a splitter on it so that it's switching the fan on and off. So the air exchange only comes on when the humidifier comes on. And anyway, it's on now. You probably hear it. That's what it is. It happens to be an old space heater, a small one, that has this fan side switch to it. And it's the right size. I'm just kind of makeshift until I figure out what I'm doing. I saw a video what kind of a fan to get with a variable speed and so forth. So a lot of people are catching on how to grow mushrooms, but that's a different story. I'll make a video about that later. The reindeer, the Santa, was on Mars. North Pole is on Mars, they told me in this crazy dream. And the reindeer, Santa's reindeer, are beautiful deer women, not four-legged, two-legged deer, like my dear God, people would say, dear God. And so they have all these connections with the way they say things. And I'm in the dark. I can't see what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing because I'm not under Satan's thumb. Maybe I'm the only one left that's not. Maybe, I hope not. But whatever is the case is the case. So, recently I forgive everything because Shiva will turn them into a pile of ashes or something, The wrath of God is real common in various religions. It's karma. In Buddhism, it would just be called karma. There's an idea of karmic retribution. So when we choose to not do people wrong and to care about everyone, we're on the team, on the side, with the group of people that are the most powerful and advanced in the universe. The other ones always end up losing. So we have humans learning their lessons. We're all here to learn something. Like bullies. They pick on people, and then one day you'll see them and they are so humble. Something's happened. I had it happen. There was a guy at AA that was picking on me. He picked on everyone. But he focused on me because I wasn't surrendered. I've had many people like that at AA that they focus on me because I haven't surrendered to the group. Well, the book is not about surrendering to the group of people. It's about finding your concept of God to solve the problem. Humans can't solve it. It says right in how it works. No human power could have relieved our problem of alcoholism. But God could and would. And it's your concept of God. That's why I like the program of AA. So they got this gang of bullies, and they have various techniques. A bully can be a young, attractive female. That she doesn't beat you up, she just rips your heart out and stomps on it. Metaphorically. So, they don't win. I win, because I'm with the group that's got the most power. The all-powerful. We serve the all-powerful whatchamacallit, whatever it is. I call it the all-powerful oneness because it's not something separate. It's an aspect of reality. So the reindeer, they're giving me dreams. The whole lineup's here, and it's like some sexual fantasy having all the girls. I don't even want one. That's not what this is about. Every once in a while, I get the idea that some kind woman I meet and would be married, and I think it through. Why do I want to be married? I don't. So there's a part of me that's sad about that, but that's my old way of thinking. That's the born again me is different. See, this is what being born again is about. You have a new way of thinking. So it's like the sadness from as human, we have to have mother and dad, and we have our family, and we have our friends, and our group, and then we get older, and it's like our wife or our husband, and we're wired to need that, but it doesn't make it good. It makes it like you'll have pleasure and happiness from that love, joy, but that doesn't make it good. You can have that and be a horrible person, cheating people, robbing people, hurting people, and you still get that. It's like the Bible says it rains on good and evil both. The reindeer, we're back to the reindeer. So I would get mad about this because I could see that they've stolen my chair that I'm supposed to have, and they won't let me have it back, and they're playing keep away from me, and then they tease me and tell me how dumb I am, and I couldn't win. I couldn't stop them, and you can't. So I realized the key to this is this radical forgiveness, like Jesus taught, turn the other cheek, forgiveness. Knowing that your higher power is protecting you and using you to defeat evil when you do it. And their day will come. It's like the saying, every dog has its day. Dog meaning somebody that bit you or did you wrong. Because dogs are better than people generally. They have a better character, in my opinion. The human animal has gone astray because of our intelligent communication, ability to reason and scheme and connive and cheat people with it. We've become more evil than the animals. We're still an animal. A lot of people think humans have some different genetic component that's from extraterrestrials. There's no gene ever been found. Now, this is one of those fun places where you could think about this. And then in the world of evil, they would see evidence. But it's created in their mind. It's fiction. So the world of evil is a fiction, a simulation, and they can make people look different. They can make who knows what, anything probably. They can make people experience the devil or monsters. Or I remember having a bad dream about a monster in the church under the stairs. And it was scary. It was a really scary monster. Nowadays, people in the Mormon church that I left, and because I want to learn the whole truth, not just their concept, which I think is mostly fiction, except for the forgiveness part. And also they have this concept that Jesus has a brother named Satan. They're brothers. And they're God's sons. And Jesus says, let them do whatever they want, and they'll make the right choice on their own. And Satan says, nope, we don't want that. We want to make them do your will. And I'll go and I'll force everybody. I'll get them under my thumb, and they will do what I tell them. And God said, no, I like Jesus' plan better. So then Satan's all mad at God and stuff like that. So, it's kind of like Carl Jung said the Gnostics were the first psychiatrists. See, that's a psychological family dynamic story that the Mormon Church is built on. This is my opinion. We have free speech. We can speculate. And we can talk. We don't have to listen to fear. Did you see I got my hair cut? I didn't listen to David Crosby. Almost cut my song. I listened to him in that I'm not giving in to fear. That's a really great song. Because he says, I'm not cutting my hair because I told myself I won't give in to fear. And he says, I felt maybe I want to let my freak flag fly. So, what? It's like, whatever people do is okay. And then they try to control you with shame and with fear. They beat you up with shame. It's like, if you don't surrender to the group of humans, which, by the way, is evil, as a default, it's evil. You have to break free of it to make any progress. It's like this. We have stories about this all over the place. The Knights of the Round Table. You have to go into the forest alone, on your own, to get in, to be in service of the king, to find the Holy Grail. These people that are part of a group, they're not even on the right path. They're on the easy path of evil. And I don't care if they're mad. I'm getting death threats. They're like, but then it changes. It's like, it's really weird how I hear this message, kill Stephen, and then it becomes, do not kill Stephen. Just that quick in my mind. So we're making progress, and they're listening to me. And they know I want everyone to be protected from anyone doing them wrong. And I want everyone to be completely forgiven, and everybody's past is completely secret, if you want it. So this concept of justice is radically different than what we have now in the World Fairness Agreement. Before we had written words, we had small groups of humans, and then we created cities because we learned how to farm. We learned how to produce grain and vegetables and so forth, and domesticated livestock. Okay, so then our tribes became huge. Originally, we had a moral order, and it was thou shalt not do others wrong. And it worked fine. So there was one law, don't do others wrong. We can still have that. It doesn't matter how many people are in this one tribe called humans. We can have that original moral order. Don't do others wrong. It's the golden rule. You don't even need to write it down. Don't, because they'll mix it up with translations. You know what I mean? Somebody will become the authority on it. There's no authority on right and wrong. We all are equal in knowledge of when someone's doing us wrong. You're the one that knows. No one else. So here we are again at that place where you have to be alone sometimes to get anywhere. That's why I'm living alone. A lot of people that are on an extreme spiritual path, like in Buddhism, all these stories about the Zen monk that become awakened, and they basically become hermits living in a cabin and away from the demands of the culture. So Don't be afraid to spend some time thinking things over yourself, without the influence of anyone else. What do you think? Do you want to join a group that's going to stop people from doing you wrong? Join Team Fairness. Love and forgive everyone. This is what's working. So if you've listened to me over the years or read my material, I was like very disturbed, emotionally traumatized, trying to stop him this other way. And it didn't work. And I'm so grateful that I have the power, knowledge of the power that's protecting me. I'm not doing it. The servants of the all-powerful are stopping others from doing me wrong. And they'll stop you too, because we're all just as important as anyone else. No one's any more important than you are. Every one of us is the most important one here. Have a great day.